Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to be creating a background for a collage that we are going to add next week. So today we're going to paint, we're going to draw and paint, and next week we will collage, meaning we're going to cut and tear strips of paper and glue on. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little directed drawing, and then we're going to paint. This is very easy today. So all we're going to do is along the bottom of our paper, we are going to draw a line. Now it doesn't have to be completely straight. That is fine. Then above it, just a little bit, we're going to draw another line. And that's mostly all that we're going to do. Now, this is going to be a tree branch, okay? So the tree's over here, and this is just a branch sticking out. So we could also do some clouds, but that's up to you. You may not want to do that many clouds. Maybe one or two, maybe three. But we are going to paint this, so you'll have to paint around it. So you should have your little tree branch here. And then all of this is sky, and this down here is sky as well. So we can start by painting our tree branch. What color are tree trunks and branches? I hope you said brown. So remember, I have to wake up my paint. I dipped my brush in the water. I rolled my brush like a ballerina, and I'm going to brush on my tree trunk, or my tree branch. Now, sometimes when you paint and you just use one color, it's kind of boring. So I'm going to rinse out my brush, and I'm going to wake up this other orangey brown. And sometimes I like to mix colors. So I roll my brush like a ballerina, and I may not mix it all the way. I just may mix it a little bit, just make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to rinse out my brush, and now I'm going to focus on the sky. So I have to ask myself, do I want it to just be blue sky? Do I want it to be a sunset? Do I want it to be a dark blue sky like it's night? And I have to decide that. My clouds will probably stay white, so I'll have to paint around them. And I think I'm going to paint like a sunset. I know last night the sunset was beautiful. It had lots of oranges and reds. But again, you can paint it plain blue. One color we don't normally see in the sky would be green. So I would not paint green in my sky. But during a sunset, you might see some oranges. Just paint a little bit orange. I'm just being careful around my cloud, not to paint in my cloud. Paint around it. And then you might see yellow. You'll notice I'm washing out my brush. Be sure that you wash out your brush between colors. So I'm going to paint some yellow in my sunset. And again, you can mix colors. Be sure you have plenty of water on your brush. And you're just going to paint. When you're finished with this, we're going to put these on the drying rack, and you'll be able to play today. We should have time. All right, I think I'm going to add some red in my sunset. All the warm colors, it seems like, show up in a beautiful sunset. Normally, the sky is made up of blue, and that's a cool color. But when the sun is setting, that warm sun sometimes gives us a beautiful warm colors in the sky. Just adding that and being careful around my cloud. Oh, dive in there. That's okay. It won't hurt anything. Okay. I'm careful to paint all the way to the edge, too. If you look at my paper, I'm painting all the way to the edge. You saw it wasn't painted right there, and I had to go over and paint it. All right. Now, I think I'm going to add some purple into my sunset. I'm going to let it fade up into blue. Usually when you see the sun setting, the sky is still is blue up at the very top. And the colors are happening underneath the blue sky. So add a little bit of purple. Go around my clouds, and then maybe just a little bit of blue at the very top. And I'm going to blend it in. I love to blend colors. All right, now, this is also the sky. So I had yellow there, and my tree branch is just in front. So I'm going to add some more yellow down here. All right. And then this is all we're doing today for this project. So you put your paintbrush in the water container. Your paints should not be mixed up. I can tell that if they're mixed, like if I got red and I was painting my red, and then I put it in the yellow, oops, I forgot to rinse it. So be sure you rinse your brush out before you get another color. And your paint should look neat, your brush should be in the water container, and we'll take these and put these on the drying rack. Your whole paper should be painted all the way to the edge. If you have clouds, they can be white, but everything else should be painted. Next week, we're going to add something on top of this, and you'll see what it is then. Have fun.